Barak Yahweh, Barak Yahweh Shai, Barak Yahweh, Barak Yahweh Shai, Barak Yahweh, Barak Yahweh Shai. I want to give double honors to the apostles at Great Millstone. And I also want to say peace and blessings, salutations to the elect. All right, I'm Zahab, GMS, Mississippi Camp, Spirit Wind, Judah. All right, and I want to get into the topic of marriage, man. And, this was on my spirit because I ran across a lot of videos on YouTube where people had topics discussing why relationships fail, you know. But ultimately, this is talking about the Israelites, man. I'm not talking about any other nation, all right? But why relationships fail, and ultimately, it's the curses, Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter. But, when we talk about people getting together, Israelites getting together, that has to be a protocol, man. All right. In general, I say in general because we're not in a time to be, looking for Miss Wifey or this or that and the third. But, within our own nation, when we dwell amongst ourselves, man, as a nation of people, you have to have a structure to maintain a nation. All right. And, without further ado, I'm just going to get the scriptures. This is 1 Timothy 5:14. I would therefore that the younger women marry, bear children, guide the house, give none occasion to the adversary to speak reproachfully. All right, let me break that down. Starting with the first line. I will therefore that the younger women marry. All right, why did the Apostle Paul say, I would therefore, or I would rather that the younger women marry, man? All right. What did it mean by younger women, man? All right, I'm going to get the book of Sirach, chapter 42 and 10. This is why. It says, I'm going to start at verse 9. The father waketh for the daughter when no man knoweth, and the care for her taketh away sleep. When she is young, lest she pass away the flower of her age. What's the flower of a woman's age? What does that mean? It means when she has a period, man. Because when she has a period, that's a token that she's ready to reproduce. All right. Or her body is capable of bearing a man's seed, of bearing a man's children, so to speak. And being married, lest she should be hated. What does it mean when it says lest she should be hated, man? All right. And it means that when a man marries her and he has sex and he realizes that she doesn't produce blood, all right, her cherry don't pop, so to speak. And she's hated because he's looking at her like, man, this bitch ain't no fucking virgin, man. You know what I mean? The good is gone bad, man. And I say bitch because by definition of the scriptures, she is a bitch, man. All right, we use this in a proper context. Verse 10, in her virginity, lest she should be defiled and gather a child in her father's house, and have it in husband, lest she should misbehave herself. Now you see in the ghettos and the hoods in America where there's no father around. Notice it didn't say a mother to do all this to the daughter, but the father. Now, because of the curses, on Israel, especially with the southern kingdom, most of our women don't have fathers to contain the daughters. So what happens is, like it says in the scriptures, they misbehave themselves, meaning they have a period and they produce these hormones, and the hormones skyrocket, and it causes them to have sexual urges, but they don't have a husband to be wedded to. They don't have a husband to basically contain them. All right, so what happens is she's like a wild animal, man. All right, the first man that can put his thing inside of her, he will. All right, and she does it to several men because she has these sexual urges and she's not contained. All right, going back to the scriptures, it says, lest she should misbehave herself, and when she is married, lest she should be barren. All right, going back to 1 Timothy 5:14. All right, it says, I would therefore that the younger women marry. All right, that's why. All right, that's a further expound on that verse. I would therefore that the younger women marry. So it's like a taboo now. It's looked down upon to say, you should marry a woman when she's 13, 14. And we can't do it in America because we have to obey the ordinances of man. Esau has something called statutory rape. But we got something called puberty, man. And the Most High's laws are in sync with human biology, man. All right. I would therefore that the younger women marry, bear children. All right. So that's another thing, man. A woman is supposed to bear children. It's not supposed to be frowned upon when a woman gets a man and they start having 3, 4, 5, 6 kids, man. All right, that's a beautiful thing. In this captivity, that could be used against you because she could leave you, put you on child support, or you can't really enjoy your kids because both of y'all too busy working and you busy working. But these are the protocols, man. It says bear children. So that means not get an abortion, man. Not get on that birth control shit because that birth control throws a woman's body out of course, man. All right. Get out the house. All right. Which birth control and all that really was there to Esau was trying to pull an Egypt on us, man. He was trying to keep us from reproducing, man. All right. Get out the house. Give none occasion to the adversary to speak reproachfully, man. Then it says in verse 15, for some are already turned aside after Satan. All right, but these are protocols to maintain order, man. All right, Esau makes you look at other countries that have a similar structure to ours because they have they're orthodox in their ways. All right, or they have a religion such as Islam, which we don't follow Islam, but Islam is like a watered down version of our faith, man, our heritage. All right, and Esau refers to their societies as repressive or oppressive, man. All right, but freedom is satanic, man. All right, so-called freedom and liberty, that's satanic, and it goes back to a Luciferian doctrine of do what thou wilt, man. All right, for some are already turned aside after Satan. What does that mean? Who is Satan? The so-called white man, Esau. For some of our women have already followed the belief system of Esau as opposed to the system of Yahweh Shem Shai laid before us in the scriptures, man. All right. So they rather follow the feminist movement, which is do what thou wilt, and not have kids and put their so-called careers before having kids, man. Put their so-called careers before finding an Israelite man to be under him. All right. And that's how she served Yahweh Shem Shai. So many Israelite women, man, they so big on not respecting the Israelite man as a man, but thinking that the Lord is dealing with they funky as an individual, man. All right, and that's baffling, man. All right, that's not how it is, man. Most High's not dealing with a woman. The way you get a brownie with Yahweh Shem Shai is enduring with your husband, man. All right, them nights you wanted him to spend time with you, he had to go out and do a lesson. All right, he had to go out and have fellowship with the brothers, or he had to do something pertaining to the truth, man. All right, that's enduring, man. All right, that's how you get your little light shined on, man. For some are already turned aside after Satan, meaning they rather follow the philosophies of Esau, which goes back to the spiritual demon Satan, or do as with thy will, meaning that instead of being in order under a man and being a servant and submissive to a man, an Israelite man, she would rather go after her own dreams, her own lust, and her own desires, which what they call liberty. All right, but it's really whoredom, man. And she'll have sex with these different men because she still gets horny, but she wants to pursue her career, so she'll get on birth control, or she'll have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 abortions. All right, and then wait till she's damn near 30 to have kids. So when she finally finds some wimp to marry her, all right, guess what? She has a miscarriage because she waited too damn long to have kids, man. Because Esau's structure is out of sync with biology, is out of sync with nature, is out of sync with Yahweh Shem Shai, man. And that's why so-called relationships fail within our nation, because for one, we are under the curses. And to expand on that, nobody follows the protocols of the scriptures, man. All right, women don't know what it means to be a woman. They think they're equal with the man, or they think they're beyond the man. All right, so it's an insult to say a woman should be submissive, or you're supposed to do what your husband do, or instead of going out in the world and going to college and being a little whore that'll probably be unemployed in 4 years if America continue, just find your Israelite man and help him out. Now the woman is in the world, so if she's already going to college or she's got her degree, y'all can use that to y'all benefit in Babylon, man, because it's hard for a man a lot of times to maintain a household with just one job these days, man. All right. But with that, man, I hope you brothers are edified. Until the next lesson, Shalom.